Here is my little outfit. I mean, I mostly just like the makeup and accessories up here with a classic little denim dress. And I'm gonna wear these shoes. I think it'll be cute. We just did a little haircut, doing some layers. We are not finished, but this is it for now. Bald eagle one. Oh! Oh! I love that one. It's amazing. I was in there. Right on the nuts. Oh! Wow! Come on, birthday boy. And not only leave it to your head. Good job. Whoa! All right. Come on now. Okay. You're right. Whoa! Oh my God. Birthday. Wow! Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
I feel good.
You know, the tap. There ain't nothing like a cool night breeze, I swear. On cue. I love summer. Food cake with like fruit stuff.
Come on.
I am here to talk about my journey with oil paint. I started oil painting way back when. No, okay. I started oil painting in middle school. No, freshman year of high school. So it's been a bit. And I'll talk about that later. But I really put it kind of away for a while. I've been intimidated by it. And I've been, sharpening my craft, building up my skills, learning my things elsewhere. And note, I'm not professionally trained by many or really any means, but I am a firm believer that, come on, it's art. I am a student of the world that I live in. There are artists in virtually all of us, but in many of us, there are a lot of lessons and pieces of wisdom, I think, that we can learn with art without really having the financial expenditure or, immediate opportunities that would create a professionally trained artist. So these are just things I've personally been learning on my journey of painting in oil again. I am working on a long-term series, so that's been really exciting and a great practice. It's of lesbians and in their element. It's a working project, but it's been really fun. It's portraits in oil. It's been really fun. What can I say? Except it's been really fun over and over again. So I'm here to just talk about the things that I have learned. I did actually Big fan of using the resources available to you, including your public library. If you have one near you and you are able to go get yourself a library card, a lot of the libraries do offer it online as well to sign up. I cannot advise you enough then to go get your library card and take advantage of the resources provided to you through books, learning, other things that your library might have that is unique to your own library branches. But go, if you can, go try it out, go figure it out, and support the libraries. So some of the knowledge I've acquired has come from library books that I checked out. So my first note is from the book. Your art need be only as complicated as your intention. And I try to remind myself that because oftentimes in planning steps, which guilty, I would like to flesh out my planning a little bit further. I'm a quite impulsive painter, but I think I get that idea of like each person's art is to a different level of complexity, detail, realism at best. But and then still I think I tend to accidentally go into over realism, overreaching into realism from my personal skill set. But to wrap up that point, I think trying to focus on the emotion that you might want to create in someone, evoke in someone, is perhaps more important than just trying to nail the image and getting the exact, in whatever way. I'm trying to work on that because I really enjoy a lot of art that isn't necessarily realistic or overly complicated, but still saying exactly what needs to be said. So, my second point, which is led to from the last one, is understanding when you're overworking something. Oops, I am guilty. I think it can be quite easy to, especially if you can get kind of caught up in your head. But I think that trying to release anxiety with art and making art is crucial. If you feel called to create something, if you have something that you want to say, try not to be your worst critic. That's what I'm trying to take as well. But in that, because I think sometimes when I am getting too anxious, I can start overworking the piece. So, understanding when you're overworking something, because it can be quite easy to just suddenly have a blob of color in the place of what really was something. I felt it, even if it was just the base, even if it was just a few colors, even if you couldn't really tell what was going on unless you were the one who did it. But you feel it. But then now you have this blob, or at least in my case, I sometimes tend to. I'm not trying to bring that new energy, but I'll notice that. Oops, I overworked that. I don't like it anymore. And then stepping away because it's really not so serious and trying again to just come at it with peace and love for yourself and art and try not to have so much anxiety with your art. I did learn something, but I don't know if this take this as you will. I did learn that you should evaluate the properties of the paint to ensure an undesired reaction doesn't occur. And those were pretty much the words taken from the book that I read. Now, I took this with a grain of salt. I was like, what do you mean, undesired reactions? First of all, I'm scared. Am I going to be sick? Like, because listen, I do not have. I have all kinds of different paints that I've got at different discount things. Can any of us can many of us afford the same okay. I and a lot of the people today do not have access to a wide variety of the same kind of oil paint. So I did the research and it doesn't seem to put you as the artist at any risk for danger. I was like what's going to happen? Save for maybe some not so perfect painting results like cracking paint or and that's happened to me. But you know what? Sometimes you just live and let live and you try again because making art is more important. But of course, no, please use caution when working with solvents. And three, oh, I've been trying to lean more on using colors in my art to make it more vivid It's something I really admire about other artists. And using white and black more sparingly, and not avoiding them though. I'm not a believer of like, don't use those. I don't know if anyone else has ever heard that in their art journey, but I don't believe that. But to each their freaking own. That's kind of the whole point of this too. That's my biggest lesson. To each their own. But it's helped my work feel less washed out to me. Going back to when I first started trying oil paint, because it took me a long time to, and when I did get my hands on painting in oil, I was shocked that I was not as good as I thought I would be. That's kind of just life and art. So I did a portrait where I was looking in the mirror. No, the first painting I ever did in oil, it was like most of it was not oil, it was like watercolor and ink. I think I did it in like middle school. And the center was like a eye. It was pretty good and it was an oil paint, but it was blue. It was a blue eye. I don't think I could handle skin colors. I was like, I can do blue. I can do the values, I guess, the lights and the darks, but color theory. So the second portrait I did was of myself. I was trying to do a self portrait from the mirror in oil paint. Go you. But dang, it did not end up how I thought it would. I'd be curious to try it now. Maybe I'll do that in a different art video. Yeah, that was very washed out. I was shocked. I was shocked. It was kind of scary to me. But whatever, that's just part of the process. So, yeah, I've been feeling like coming in and maybe trying to bring more colors in has helped me, at least, in conveying the message I want to convey. And lastly, is really a quick note, just really composition stuff. But I have been trying to block out my backgrounds when I paint. I have always had trouble with backgrounds. I get so caught up in the subject. But I really have been wanting to incorporate backgrounds into my art, gosh darn. So, yeah, blocking out the background while I'm doing the subject has really helped to make me want to develop it. And it's exciting to think about where that will take my art. But yeah, and also trying to apply atmospheric perspective. I think that I have an issue sometimes with just being like trees, 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 and they're just like green for 10 miles, but it's not. That'd be cool if we could see like that, but there's all the particles in the air that create atmospheric perspective. So I've been trying to do that with my backgrounds and landscapes and stuff. Art is art. Do art is art. Make your own rules, do your own thing, but just have fun and have good intention. It's all about the intention, isn't it? Thank you for listening to me talk about the oil paint lessons that I've been learning, and thank you for watching this little miniature creative vlog. I am excited to continue working in oil and I'm excited for where it will take me, and I hope that if you are in your oil painting process that you've been having fun with it and not being hard on yourself, and good on you for working with this very technical medium that like really requires a lot of energy, time, and money. So that's important to note. Thank you so much for watching. Be good to yourself and be good to the world around you. Take care. Be there for your community. Make good choices. And make art. Bye.